Hello everybody, in this video we're going to take a look at Sector Age, and this is a first-person shooter with fully destructible environment. And when I first heard about the concept, it sounds really good, and I want to share with you my opinion after playing it about an hour and a half, something like that. So you can see whether it's a good game or not. Just keep in mind this is still in early access and it's available on Steam, free to play. Again, multiplayer game. The game that I played was 8 versus 8. So let's jump into it. So first of all, regarding the gameplay mechanics, you have the option to destroy voxels in the scene, blocks, and you can also create blocks on the fly with your unique multi-tool, which is nice because it allows you to kind of create, for example, defenses or just block certain areas. For example, if you want to capture a point, you don't want the enemies to quickly rush or see where you are, you can just block it. And of course you can do the same, just destroying it. In case the enemy building defenses, you can just destroy them. Now here you can see me actually building. You can just build one by one, or just hold the mouse and move it in order to build kind of a sequence of blocks. Here, for example, you can see me just building one by one, and then I realized that I can actually just hold the left mouse button, and I'm getting shot there, and actually build bigger ones. I'll just switch for my weapon just to eliminate the enemies. But as you can see, the blocks are eliminated really fast, and that made me think about whether I'll be during battle spend time building or just shooting enemies. It'll be just Call of Duty, or would be something unique like when you play Fortnite, for example, where you're building structures you can build really quick and use it as defensive capabilities. Now the thing is that I found out, aside from being able to just hold and drag and build a bigger structure easily like that, which I'm going to see it on the screen, that there's another option, is to actually create custom builds, which you do on the, here you can actually see me just holding, discovering the holding and dragging, can build really quick, which is nice. The another thing is that you can build a custom structure, and this is not here, we do it in the main ship screen. So here you have actually the areas, and you can create different custom builds and then easily deploy them during battle, which is really nice idea. Now in the ship you're going to find areas we can actually practice building and having kind of fun, and before you go into battle you can check out different also different guns, and also you have this shooting range we can practice. So you can see me shooting targets. By the way, the initial thing regarding the recoil of the guns, it's really kind of a huge recoil. I don't know, I need to balance it. It just feels like shooting like a sniper rifle, even with an assault rifle. Anyway, we're going to talk about it a bit later. So you have the option to replay the tutorial, and this window allows you to play a matchmake. I actually prefer normal, user interface with just buttons. We can just play and that's it. Anyway, this is how it looks like, and it's gonna change, by the way, in the latest update. So it looks better, but still, in my opinion, confusing. Now the thing is that it reveals lots of information. How many players are online, you can see the ping, you can see the servers, and actually there are plenty of servers considering how many players there were actually online. And that's it. You can actually quick play, and based on your attributes that you put, the properties there in the form, and then you can just go and play. Now when you start the game, you're going to land in this spawn zone. You can land in the middle of the map. I didn't find any option for that, and every time you do this, even if you die in the map, inside the map, you're going to start from the spawn point, which is kind of unfortunate because it kind of ruined the pace of the game, but it prevents also from getting spawn kill. But the thing is that the map is quite big, so actually I think that it's better to have being able to just spawn on different areas on the map rather than just trying to start from the beginning. It was annoying for me. I didn't like it. Now there are different maps. In terms of the design of the maps, the map that I played, it was okay. Still, one of my biggest problems, you're going to soon see action. Right now, soon people will join the server. I was expecting just things just falling all over the place, just complete mess, and maybe some items won't be destructible, others are, and kind of design the map around this so it would be a really big chaos. But after playing and shooting stuff, it wasn't like that. And from what I seen in the trailer, there's kind of about the weak points. We can actually destroy things, but overall, all the games that I play weren't like that. It's actually just people were building really little and just searching and shooting and just limiting enemies, and that's it. So it seems like that the building part was really second, even not. It doesn't feel secondary. It doesn't feel like really necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. There you can see that more people start joining. You can actually see your teammates moving around the map. And you can see the good thing about the map design is that it has elevation, which is really cool. You can just dive into areas, move up, and I think it's even more useful and fun in other maps, not just in this map. This is kind of like a hunger, but you can see the map is quite complex. You have areas to hide, and you can actually surprise enemies, or they can surprise you. You can notice the destruction. You can actually get the entire complex there down just shooting at it. But the thing is that you're going to reveal your place unless you're going to use the multi-tool to do this. But the thing is, the game is so fast and the map are not that big that you're going to feel like, all right, I'm just going to use the multi-tool. Somebody's going to jump on me and just kill me. And it's actually happened for me several times. Now this is another map, a desert map. I really like this one actually. It was really nice. By the way, regarding the shooting, again, except for the recoil, for the that feels like kind of a need to be balanced, kind of toned down a bit. The gunplay felt good overall. Not great. I don't feel like this kind of a tactile, really perfect feeling that you have like in Call of Duty, for example. But it felt good. It felt okay. And by the way, you can actually customize the cursor in the ship, and there's some customizations and stuff of your character and weapons, which is also nice. Now, if you look at the left side, you can see the primary weapon, secondary weapon. You can also have grenades. I think here I already spent them. The blocks that you have, and by the way, regarding health, you generate health over time in case you get hit. Now, you can see me, that's going to be a problem because the enemy always spawned at the same place, right? And this actually reminds me of Battlefield 3 after we actually pushing, where you know that the enemy is going to spawn there, so you can actually just go there, and that's what I did one time. I just went there and I actually, just was with the sniper rifle and just aiming and just taking down enemies that just spawn. And this is actually, that's why I'm saying this is not a good idea. If somebody get there. I think some maps will be a bit harder, but others it's not. As you can see here, it's just way open, and somebody just sniper going there and just a good sniper, not like me, is gonna just snipe you easily, and that's why I think that this should be changed. And again, it's only early access, and I'm sure they're gonna do some changes based on players' feedback. This is something that I want to get changed. Now, if you ask me, I really want something like the M320 from Battlefield 3. This kind of they just shoot and just deals lots of damage. I want this something like that where I can actually, instead of choosing a specific rocket launcher, every weapon is by default. I can just deal tons of damage to buildings and see them collapse. But speaking of collapsing structures, here this is actually not a good one, right? Because if it's a completely destructible environment, this is actually most of the time just flat, open and kind of flat. So it's not a kind of I don't see it as a good map, right? You want to see really kind of a big map, maybe smaller, so it'd be more impactful. Because if you're just destroying something that nobody is there, what's the point, right? So I would kind of prefer more compact maps, more dense in terms of structures and more verticality. This I think would be really nice. But here we just what are you going to shoot now, right? We're going to shoot this entire structure, big structure? No. So again, in this way it feels a bit lacking, that the map is not designed well for the core concept gameplay. Now this is another map which looks really nice, but again it doesn't really fit the core gameplay of fully destructible environment. And most people didn't do this, and this just shows you that many people just don't find it, useful. You just go and shoot. So what's the point, right, of having really unique feature and you don't build a map or design the game around this core concept? And you see people just hiding, shooting other people because there are many places to hide. And even then, you can actually shoot a wall to just destroy it. They didn't do this, right? The reason they didn't do this, they didn't want to create themselves a place where it can actually be exposed later on. Anyway, it just seems that just the thing that this all destructible environment doesn't really mean a lot in this game. Here you can see me just playing with a sniper rifle. The thing is, you can climb up there, by the way, which is nice. You can get an advantage, which is nice. Somebody actually did this. Just create blocks and just climb up. At least somebody did something useful. I actually wasn't focusing on that anyway. At least not with a sniper rifle. Just trying to kind of position myself well. It took me time to understand where actually position myself in the map to get an advantage. After all, I'm a sniper, so here I'm just engaging in really close range, and it actually took me easily because there's already somebody just waiting for you. They're not actually capturing the point, just holding it, just positioning themselves in a situation where they can easily get you. Now, overall, I have to say that I'm really disappointed, and I was looking for a different game than this, and I wanted different maps that focus on really on the destructible environment, like even weapons. For example, a weapon that you shoot straight and the projectile just steal a hole in the entire line of sight, the entire path of the projectile. So if somebody even hiding and you can reveal them, maybe unique feature, you can reveal enemies, and then for every player, not something that you can actually equip, but every player can actually reveal enemies quick, and then you can just dig a hole and just shoot enemies down through the wall. And dealing lots of damage, maybe having some areas that are undestructible, so players can still strategic location themselves there. But as you know the map, they might be waiting there, so they won't stay there all the time. And massive buildings with lots of destructible areas, and where people are actually forced to be inside rather than just waiting outside, and I don't know, it just feels like I was imagining a different game and just turned out to be, something else. Now keep in mind, still this is an early access, but I hope the developer will design it, will refine it, so it will actually be designed better for the core concept of the game, which is a fully destructible environment and as a first-person shooter. But I just feel this is kind of a mixed opportunity, although I still think there's a way to kind of change it. Whether it felt too bad, no, it's not. It actually was, it was fun to play from time to time. But if I just need a first-person shooter, like a fast-paced first-person shooter, just go play Call of Duty. And because again, the destructible environment felt kind of secondary here as you play. For example, in Fortnite, right? If you're on an open field, there's lots of open areas. You have to use your abilities. You can't. You need to build walls and stuff to protect yourself. And this was very intuitive there, and that's why people like it. And here it just feels like the game doesn't know what it wants to be. And it feels like kind of something that it's not designed right. But again, it's free, so head on to Steam and try it out and see what you think about this game. I'm going to continue playing, and hopefully I get better in that stuff, and maybe I'm going to change my mind. Certain maps actually looks nice, and maybe I'm going to join them better. Maybe I feel more comfortable using the different building tools, and maybe it will be different. We need to wait and see. I need to play more, but these are my first impressions of the game. I hope you enjoyed. Consider subscribing to my channel and giving a like. More videos are coming, so stay tuned. Cheers. Bye bye.